welcome to the first episode of The Fake Marketer. And I'm joined by Nick Boddington.
Good afternoon.
Right, so
Many of the people listening to this right now will probably know exactly who I am, because I will be plugging this on my podcast, so they'll be going over to listen to The Fake Marketer.
Yeah, this is a bit of a spin-off, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
So, a bit of context. So, we've been...
Not as much education, but...
I don't know.
No,
Different type of...
Different type of education.
Yeah, a bit different. So, Nick and I have been running... should we give a bit of a backstory, Nick?
Yeah.
So, we've been running a data company in the UK for 15 years, haven't we?
Yeah.
What crock shit that is.
2009.
Yeah. And then we started a social media agency in 2020,
just before the pandemic.
Yeah, 2020.
Pandemic suddenly gave us the opportunity of people going online and suddenly got a lot busier.
Yeah, we had a lot of clients, didn't we, that were...
6 months before the pandemic, I think?
Yeah, give or take. Yeah, we had a lot of clients that were sort of migrating online, and we were very much a prospect list, here's a data list, very transactional. We weren't really getting involved, were we, in what they were doing with that data. We had no knowledge of online. And then, we set up Let's Run Social just purely out of luck, wasn't it? It was you, wasn't it, with this idea?
Well, it wasn't. It was luck. It was GDPR.
Well, it was a bit of luck, because you were helping Kieran, weren't you?
Yeah. Yeah, but it was all the same time, wasn't it? GDPR was happening. It was looking for things, and I had it in my mind that Facebook was going to work. So when Kieran, who owned a CrossFit gym, said, "Can you give me help with a bit of the marketing?" I knew exactly that I wanted to test the Facebook thing. So basically, set up a lead form, lead capture form, sent people from Facebook saying, "Hey, you're interested in wanting to learn CrossFit? Here's three free sessions, free." It's hard to say that, isn't it? They signed up, and then he got 60, 100, 80 new members within 4 months.
It was a lot. It was
something like that, and it was like, okay, this works, because you didn't. Even though we needed to move on to something, we needed to diversify away from data because GDPR could have closed us. It didn't, but it was a tough time. It was like, very, very worrying, wasn't it? And then this came through. We started building this up.
Yeah.
But you said to me, like, I've got to be out and just fully on figuring out the social side, otherwise it won't work. And God, what opportunity it's created.
Yeah, well, it has. But the point of this really podcast, which is, we've been such a fortunate/unfortunate position, because whether it's Let's Run Social or MIB, we've never had money to spend on marketing, have we? So we've not been able to go out to marketing agency and spend money on SEO, PPC, social, creative, copy. We've had to learn ourselves.
Yeah.
And we've tested everything, haven't we? We've tested email marketing, cold calling, lead gen, we've done SEO, we've done all of it. And right now, we can hand on our heart and go, well, these worked for us, but actually these ones didn't. And these are reasons for it. And something that I really want to get across on this particular podcast, and why it's called The Fake Marketer, is because no one fucking knows what you're going to get until you start it.
Yeah.
Like, even for us, whether it's data or whether it's social, there's factors outside of our remit that will impact on those conversion rates.
Yeah.
So whether it's like a social campaign, which obviously then brings in the content, creative, and all the rest of it, that's going to impact it. If your sales team's running good, that's going to impact it. If you've got a really poor landing page or conversion rate on your e-commerce site, that's going to impact it. But no one actually knows what the results are until you go live. Because if you did, everyone would be doing it.
Well, I've got someone, one of our clients we're trying to scale on e-com.
Yeah.
They want to get, they want to get up to $100,000 a month in sales in ad spend, which would be $300,000 that we're aiming for revenue by the end of next month. And we've been going. There's been ups and downs because it's really hard to get that. And he said to me the other day, he goes, "Oh, we were speaking to this other agency, and they said they know how to scale our account and know how to generate and know how to spend $750,000 a year straight away." And I was like, "Do you realise what you've just said? Like, you've literally had a call with them, and they've gone, yeah, we can do that because we've done it for others." And I'm like, I get that, But how long has it taken them to get those others? We've been working with you for 3 months, started in pretty much zero, and you want to be up to that spend and at a decent return and not go below a certain return in that time span. I said no one's can just say that.
No, 'cause I've
They can
no
do
idea.
that. People have got different experiences, but it will always take some time. The website's going to look good, the conversions, the speed of the website, the offer's going to be right, everything. There's so many elements in it.
Well, think about because we had no money, did we? We had nothing. We were, we had to learn how to cold call. Watching YouTube videos. We were, learning how to write copy with, people like Drayton Bird's books and that. We were just essentially learning, weren't we?
Yeah.
Educating ourselves, and we were doing it all on the job. And looking back, as a small business, what worked for us?
What worked for us?
Yeah.
Constantly educating ourselves.
But in terms of sort of marketing, because for me it'd be
Email.
worked a treat. Like, it was unbelievable.
Yeah, love it.
We were firing.
We still love it.
We still love
We still sell it.
it. We were sending 100,000 emails a week at one
Yeah.
point. Like, we were shifting those emails out like it was.
And it worked.
And
the offer worked.
we
offer-
hooked, didn't we?
Yeah, it could. When you think back of that, we would do, test our. What we realised, and this is what everyone in advertising needs to do, is all advertising is about is someone has a problem, you need to make them aware of that problem by your hook, and then you need to provide them the solution. That is all it is. It's not. It's really. I know it's not. You've obviously got to figure that out. But all we did on that data side was figured out that, okay, right, the whole marketplace of anyone who buys data has been stung buying data. They buy a list for email addresses. The email addresses bounce. Telephone numbers are wrong. Someone died 6 years ago. They say it's 12 months up to date. All this sort of stuff.
Yeah.
They get stung by it. So our offer was, try it before you buy it. Have 100 random records that we can't cherry pick. If you say I only want 100 businesses around Leamington Spa or some random address, we have to serve that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, oh, actually, it's not that bad. It's never going to be 100% accurate, but it's all right. This is good. And it worked, didn't it?
It worked a treat. That email marketing. And
we spent $5,500 on those emails, and over 3 years, I think we generated something like 750,000 in revenue from it.
it was,
In two
shy
years,
of a
maybe in
million.
two. Yeah.
It was shy of $1 million, but it was a lot. It was scary when you looked at it. And it was a simple sales funnel, which is email, good hook, good offer, follow it with a call. Like, that was all it was.
Well, I know exactly where we can use that again in the agency for that product that you want to bring out.
But
It'll be the same thing.
It'll be absolutely, and again, it'll be really scalable. But it was literally that easy. Like, it was scary how easy it was.
Yeah.
Um,
GDPR messed the whole thing up, basically.
It did, and although from a B2B perspective, GDPR is obviously still relevant, but you're still able to contact them under legitimate interest. The knowledge of some businesses still isn't there. They don't think that you're able to market to those businesses, but you can. You just have to have legitimacy.
Yeah.
So Finland, things like an LIA. But yeah, for us, we like I said, but we tried SEO, didn't we? Which at the time, we weren't really tracking. I think we were trying to track, weren't we? We were in early days. We didn't really know what we were doing. Let's be honest, we were blagging it a little bit. But actually, looking back at it, that SEO now,
That still works for us now as a website, just being there.
we get 2 leads a week, inbound leads a week.
Yeah. From not even doing anything else apart
Zero.
from that.
So we do our stuff on LinkedIn.
And we
stuff.
turned SEO off 7 years ago. It was at least 5 to 6 years, 5 to 7 years ago.
Because Andy was at Digital Next.
GDPR was what the year was GDPR? March 2020?
No.
Was it earlier than that?
God, I can't believe remember now.
Michael, Google, when did GDPR come into force?
GDPR enter start. GDPR deadline date, put something like that in. But
25th of March or April.
it was the third or fourth month.
25th of May 2018.
May 2018. Fuck,
That's 5 years ago.
5 years ago.
We would have stopped SEO probably 3 years before that.
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
8.
Wasn't it? Yeah, it was.
8 years ago.
Yeah. So we tested that, and that obviously in hindsight worked.
£1,600 a month that cost. We did that for a year.
Pays for itself
Yeah.
in hindsight. But we didn't have the money to continue, did we? So we were like, well, we have to turn it off. which is annoying.
Well, we probably had the money, I think. It was probably just like, okay, this email marketing works better. We looked at the ROI, and you can track.
Yeah,
We're a performance agency. We're all about being able to track something. The minute we can't track something, we're out, which is why we stay away from vanity metrics. That's another thing. We're on the fake marketer. Here we go. Vanity metrics. Vanity metrics and even our Jake today, one of our directors, was just like, oh yeah, no, we should do a bit of all this sort of stuff and build aware. Certain brands should just have massive awareness, blah blah. Absolutely right, but it's just vanity metrics. It's the easiest thing in the world to get a certain amount of people to see your advert 3 times. You just build an ad and say, I want to go on a reach campaign, give me a frequency of 3 in a 7-day period. There you go.
But is there? I know we're going a little bit off topic, but I think the market sort of the problem is, and again, going off on Facebook ads, which is what we were just discussing a second ago off air. But is there a case to be had that although you can't directly attribute a figure to that awareness piece, does it still work?
Yeah, well, it's going to, isn't it? Because you're seeing something. If I tell Meta to show an advert to someone 3 times in 7 days, every 7 days, you're going to start seeing that advert. You're going to see it.
I'm going to give a good example here, right? So I had through the letterbox this morning a offer for a pizza. Shit one in Lambs, so I'm not going to get it. All day, I'm like, love a pizza tonight.
You're thinking about it.
Genuinely think about it. Like right now, I'm starving. My mouth's going. I've got a big run in 2 days' time. I'm keen to get a pizza tonight. Now, I'm not going to go to that particular shop, but they've given me that awareness to go, I'm in market now for that product.
Yeah.
So although you can't directly attribute that,
Yeah.
but they'll never know that little leaflet coming through my letterbox,
Yeah.
Papa John's, shout out Papa.
Franco Manco and Tesco's. As a pizza that you buy from a supermarket.
Yeah.
Have you heard of Franco Manco?
No, I haven't.
So it's a chain of loads in London, but there's a chain of them. Sourdough pizzas. Sourdough pizzas.
London boy.
And they've just brought them out.
Sourdough.
They've just brought them out in Tesco's. Amazing.
Better than Papa.
I would say that if I put it in a box, cooked, you would think I've got that ordered in.
You didn't have any picture of me anyway.
No, you can't.
You can't.
Supermarket pizzas are awful.
No, they're not.
They are. Absolutely awful.
No point.
Yeah. Anyway, we're off topic, but you need to try one. They're very, very, very good.
But from an awareness, it still has a place. It's just, we've got, but this is the hard thing, and this is where, and exactly why we sort of create this spin-off from what the other podcast we do, which is there is no right or wrong.
No.
And because we can't now attribute and track exactly to the T, there is a bit of sort of bullshit, isn't there? Sort of just sprinkling around,
Yeah.
Look at the work we do. So like, actually, Mark, I haven't told you this. So we had a call with a potential client a few weeks ago, well, actually a couple of months ago. She went on a holiday. She hasn't been in touch because she's been away and busy, and just there's a lot of moving parts in the business. She liked one of my LinkedIn videos last week. I then reached out to her because I saw she liked it. I went, hey, Becky. Shout out to Becky if you listen. Probably not. But you free for a chat on Wednesday? She literally replied back going, I'm glad I was due to get in contact with you because I saw your thing on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Free next Wednesday. Now, that's easy I can attribute that video to that call. But if she'd just gone, I'm free for a call next Wednesday, and didn't mention that,
you wouldn't have known.
I wouldn't have known.
No.
I would not have absolutely known whatsoever. And that's a really good example where, like, we know the world of personal brand now, and it's fucking everywhere, isn't it? But I can now directly correlate that one LinkedIn post.
Yeah.
So if they become a client, it's going to help. It's not going to be a full attribution because actually we met her at a show. So we met her at a show, email, and then obviously that LinkedIn post is potentially going to bring her on as a client.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Isn't it? So
absolutely. But as a performance agency like we are, we like to know what's making something.
I think they need to be split now. I think they need to be split. Like Jake and I were on a call with a baby client. A client that's
Sells baby wear.
there you go, and it's a new product to market. It's good. Like it's I'm in that market right now, and we've actually got one. It's brilliant. But there is she wants a cost per acquisition of £10. It's going to be tough. Whereas if you go look back onto Huel, Huel potentially have got two strategies there, which is mass awareness, performance.
Yeah.
But I think if you put them all under one roof, you're going to get your hands. Well, I don't know.
Yeah. No, I think you're right.
We're discussing a lot at the moment, aren't we, internally?
Yeah, I mean, I do on ad accounts. I'll have video views, I'll have traffic going on for certain reasons, that awareness sort of thing. And then I'll be, using the traffic to get add to carts because it's on this particular account it's working. So I can use traffic really cheaply, gets add to carts. My retargeting, which is 3 different scales of retargeting, targets those add to carts. So they're not the only add to carts, they're part of it. But I know it's come through for a traffic and I don't like traffic, but you're getting an add to cart. So there are some legitimate people coming through and adding to cart. So they'll be retargeted. So it's all, I definitely agree. But this podcast being the fake marketer is that too many people. It's easy for someone to get 3 months worth of money out of a client before the client realizes they can't deliver anything. This is the
thing, because like whether it's email, with it, we come from a very cloak and dagger industry in terms of data, so it's you do get a lot of bad data providers out there that the data's not up to date, it's not correct. There's always that element of it's not going to be 100% of what we know, but it's really hard to pick a solution that's right for you because you don't know until you try it. And not only that, it might be the right channel, but you've picked the wrong agency.
Yeah.
So, let's say for us as SEO, as an example, we use the guys in Manchester who did a brilliant job and really good. And we've referred them work in the past, so kudos to those guys. But we switched off. If we'd have seen quicker results, would we have stayed using SEO? Potentially.
Yeah.
If we could have tracked it correctly, could we have seen it? Actually, we look back at it now with our sort of eyes a little bit more aligned and gone, that's worked for us. But we turned it off. At the time, we earned £600 a lot of money. But actually, if we kept
how much?
1,600.
Yeah. But exactly. But you, if it's an overall outgoing, it's fine. But you want to see. Most people now want to know what's working, don't they? Unless they're a big company who know they have to have all these, like big clients we've got who know they have to have each one. They know something needs to happen in these channels. They're open to more wastage and less performance knowledge because they know they have to be there. Like a Coca-Cola. Anyone could say Coca-Cola doesn't have to advertise. But I bet they've got some serious budgets. Christmas time, the adverts. They've still got competitors. They've still got Pepsi up their arse, haven't they? But you think everyone knows about them? Pampers, with our other who put the Pampers in those bags that we work with. They're still paying those companies a lot of money to get in those bags.
Yes,
but who do we think of? I don't even know another brand. Do you know? I mean, you're in the baby market now. Another brand of brand?
Kit and Co. Kitson. Kit.
You're having trouble with this one though, aren't you?
No.
But see what I mean? But they still advertise.
I don't know because
they're still having to make sure that when a woman is about to have a baby, they think of Pampers before any other product. We can't, and you can't even name a competitor.
Yeah.
No, I have no idea. See what I mean? They monopolise the marketplace, yet they're still having to advertise. And paid for advertising. A lot.
Shitload. But for marketing managers and small business owners that are going to market or trying to market their business, it's a minefield, isn't it? Like, where do you start? Like, generally, where do you start?
Well, we advise people to start with something, don't we? With a channel. We do our marketing push, which is we have 50 people in a seminar where we have different speakers, and that question got asked last week. It's in fact, I always say that's the most common question that when I'm sitting listening to it all. It's the most common question that gets asked is a room full of business owners who, and obviously we bring different speakers, so their mind's probably blown going, what do I do? Are going, Which channel do I do first?
Yeah, and that's why we did it. We wanted to give a an unbalanced opinion. You've got Google, you've got social, you've got TikTok, you've got email.
Yeah,
It's
but it's like you. So your LinkedIn works. My podcast works. I know I can't give LinkedIn what I give to the podcast. See what I mean? So you have a chosen channel.
I have tried.
Yeah, that chosen channel works. It works.
No, it does. No, absolutely.
So it's like, okay, my time is best spent on that
even
channel.
like LinkedIn, and this is even when you look at LinkedIn, you say my LinkedIn works. It's a contributing factor. Getting on the bloody phone works and meeting people.
Yeah.
But
cold calling works.
absolutely, but because I'm then adding them on LinkedIn and then
Yeah.
watching, the stuff I put on, whether it's work related.
You just have to choose a channel and do that channel really well.
Yeah, I think that for me that's the biggest thing. I think too many people stretch themselves too thin.
Yeah.
Too thin.
Because there's so much content around saying do this, do that, and because the people who are selling that content know the strategies that we use, which is a video with a 2-second intro and get their attention. Everyone's become very good at it. We all do it. I see ads all the time where I'm just like, oh, that's right. I've got one the other day. I was going to forward you. A guy was talking about how ChatGPT and lead gen through social media can feed into a CRM system and then email people out or something like this. Yeah. And I was just like, and then his advert came, it was on TikTok. So TikTok obviously remembers what you've been looking at so quickly. 3 times in about an hour he popped up and I was like, oh, I should send that to James, but I was like, oh, we won't look at that yet. It's not for now. Not for us from our own lead gen, but from us as an agency of what's he got that we could build into our system as probably some other platform that helps us generate leads for our clients and maybe takes out that bit of them contacting someone. It does it for them. For our smaller clients, like Cotswold and stuff, it'll do it something for them. So next time I see it, I need to investigate more. And it'll obviously be some product that he's selling, but there might be something there, mightn't there? And that's the thing. But when you're getting that, I've already gone another channel we could use for potential. There's so much content around.
You've got to learn.
Exactly. It's just
something else you've got to go away and learn.
But isn't the reason that people don't grow or get to the size that they want? What was that stat you told me? You tell me about agencies that succeed or agencies that get to 1 million or businesses that get to 1 million.
Only 3%, I think, is free. Get to 1 million
in any business, as in a business full stop, or as in an agency.
Let's go for any business.
So any business gets to 1 million. Okay.
3%.
Could there be part of it that they are spreading themselves too thin,
Nick, without
and not knowing what channel to use and just what direction to go?
Without any doubt, I totally believe that.
Because when we built other companies just under 1 million or whatever it ended up being, that
pissed me off, by the way.
We had cold calling, we had our email lead gen, which then fed into a sales team, and we were like, that's quick. They need to call that quick. We even had a bell at one point, so when they got a sale, we had that ching ching or something, didn't we? Like a boiler room, like a sales boiler room.
That's what we did.
That was, and the bit of the SEO that we did, that was it. We didn't do Instagram, we didn't do Facebook ads. We still now don't do Facebook ads.
But so I'm going to counteract this. So in hindsight, I think we nailed those channels, and then we rested on our laurels.
Yeah, probably.
Really.
But at the same time, we also had shit started happening, didn't it? GDPR and all this sort of stuff.
Yeah,
but no, you're right.
I think if we were just being honest about that.
But what do we use now? We use the shows, which has worked for us a little bit towards the end. You do your LinkedIn. The podcast brings a couple of clients and brings revenue.
Yeah, I guess all so our agency, which is Let's Run Social, we run paid social ads. We're a bit of a conundrum really, because although we are looking at, we have invested in. So last year we invested in a couple of forms of marketing. We tested shows for the first time. So we went to 12 shows up and down the country. They've pretty much paid for themselves thus far. I think we've got a couple more clients in, which they're in the pipeline too. It will be profitable, which is good. We won't be profitable straight away. It'd take at least 18 months, 20 months to actually lag to get that conversion in. In terms of lifetime value, more than pay for itself. So we did that. We do networking, so I do quite a bit of networking. I'll probably go to networking events a week, but they're quite specific. So they're sort of in sort of the agency world. So we get a lot of referrals. That's our main source of revenue, is referrals.
And partnerships with their agencies.
And partnerships, absolutely. Then we've got my LinkedIn. But I say my LinkedIn, I put a few videos up. I wouldn't say there's a strategy behind it. I'm sort of looking at Michael going, what's our strategy, Michael? But no, we put it up, don't we? And it gets really good traction. But that's people that we've met at these like networking events and these other places. So it's actually it's adding value to that particular user or that customer or prospect. But I wouldn't say it's not going to get sort of massively over the line, is it really?
No.
What we as a business do get some over the line. So we do that. What else do we do? We don't do any email marketing at the moment. We don't do any SEO. We don't do any PPC. We've got the show, so we've got our own event.
Yeah.
So our event in Warwick, the Marketing Push plug, that is a local event for business owners. We get, like I said, around 50, 60 business owners every month to come and listen to 2 expert speakers to discuss marketing. And actually, as of today, we've had 2 conversions. So we've had a local firm, which is a kitchen firm, which they're doing a workshop with us next week, and we can definitely help them do more. And then the second one is another really large firm, which we're sort of just waiting for the contracts to be signed. So that's actually paid for itself as well.
Did the second one you were just talking about, does that come from that?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. If that gets signed off, that's incredible.
If that gets sounds like, yeah.
Like that's like mind blowing.
What just happened to be a local business person who happened to be the marketing person at a company?
He's obviously seen it on LinkedIn. He saw a lot of it on Instagram, which I'm not on at the moment. So he saw a lot of it on there. Knew me from school, so I said, I'll go to that event. Went on our website, saw what we did, and said, actually, I've got a requirement at the moment. Do you want to?
That's how it came about.
Mate, that's how it came about.
Oh, I thought it was to do with a bit of JD as well.
No JD, because I can't.
Yeah.
No.
So it literally.
How cool's that?
And at the same time, even though you're dealing with JD as none of that has.
No, that's no idea.
Huh. Crazy. There you go.
So that's cool, isn't it?
Yeah, that is cool.
That's incredible. So, our plan this year was just to, I guess, consolidate. Get a better team and a larger team in place. People like Michael.
Yeah.
Doesn't know how to use a fucking camera battery, but
Yeah.
And then it just expands. And just referrals. If you do a good job for people and people enjoy working,
Yeah, exactly.
You'll get there. So for us, but on the horizon, I want to start the email marketing.
Yeah.
Again, I really want to push that. There is a place for SEO. Definitely believe that. But that's all longer term. But yeah, for me, email and more of that cold outreach, works a treat.
Yeah.
So they're the 2 that we're not utilising at the moment.
But will. I'm seeing it well, and we're good at it.
Yeah, it's a different skill set.
Yeah.
But something else that, and why we're a bit of a conundrum when I discuss our growth over the last 2 years, which has been astronomical, is because MIB Data is still a functioning business. There's not many of those people in the market. So people in the marketing department will buy data, then see what we do.
Yeah.
As the group, and go, oh, actually, we've got a requirement. Can you help us there? So we're very lucky that we've got that.
Yeah.
If you would look at it as a sales funnel, we've got a really low barrier to entry.
Yeah.
Which gets us in there, and then
doing what we did if we started from scratch.
Yeah.
Different story altogether.
Bit of a bullet hole, as Jake would say. A bit of a bullet hole, and then you open up. That's exactly how it works. But also something I mentioned really is the podcast. The podcast has been
mass. Yeah.
Obviously we got this one, but your one, which is the Let's Run Facebook Ads podcast, that's been incredible. Like in terms of revenue, I'm shocked.
Yeah.
You looked at Stripe the other day. We've done nearly 100 grand in there, haven't we?
Yeah, is it? It will be now.
Yeah.
With a couple of those bigger clients have come through from as an agency as well.
No, that's on top.
Really?
Yeah.
Stripe done that much in there now,
Yeah.
is it? Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's like 70. It was 70 odd a few months ago.
Yeah, that's incredible, that amount, and the other clients that have come through, and then turned into an agency client from it.
Yeah, actually, that amount of revenue. If you look at that you're looking at 24. You're close to 40 grand there.
Yeah.
Like it's a like, I've
That's
been blown away. You know, the podcast for me, which I was very against at the beginning.
But it just comes to consistency, and it comes down to, I know I miss some weeks or whatever because we're that busy, but it comes down to consistency.
You missed some weeks.
Yeah, not loads. It comes down to consistency. I've missed more. The last 6 months I've missed more.
I'm giving you shit, all right.
You just got to be consistent. You've got to choose a channel. If we're going to wrap this up with anything that comes out of this, choose a channel, have consistency. It's like YouTube. Our videos are on YouTube, but we don't use the algorithm on YouTube. We don't title them properly. We don't do this. But every podcast goes onto YouTube.
They do.
But it should work better for us. But we don't work the channel like we should work the channel.
That prospect I saw the other week, she said Nick doesn't get enough credit for his YouTube channel. I told you, didn't I?
No, you didn't.
I did. Because I tared to her, like, I don't want to...
Oh, yes. She watches it, yeah.
Yeah, well, she watched a couple. She's like, really good. I was really impressed.
Well, it's what comes on the podcast. I'm talking to screen as well, aren't I?
Okay.
But do you know why? Because it's not... When we talk about this with all our clients or whatever, you've got to sit on the platform right. The podcast is recorded. You use good gear. I don't have intros. I don't have good thumbnails. I don't have good editing. Videos, no editing. He doesn't do the editing for the videos.
Oh, does he not?
No. They've got but proper YouTube videos with the little things coming in and flashing around. None of that happens. If that got turned into that, and I had a nicer background and did it properly, stuff would start coming from it.
Right,
but that's one of the next things that might happen. But at the same time, like one of the things I wanted to do is so many of my podcasts like how to. I want to do how-to videos on it, but suddenly it takes me more time. It's just not, when you're not right in your head for that. But this is what I mean by what I'm saying. I could stress myself out a bit and try and get on that channel and put loads of effort into it. But I know that when I look at other people, if I wanted to get to 200,000 followers, like a peer of mine in this industry does, he doesn't do podcasts, but he's successful on the YouTube. But he put his first video out 6 years ago talking about Facebook ads, and it's now hit 199,000 people.
Wow.
See what I mean? That's how long it takes. So when I'm looking at it going, oh, it'd be cool, wouldn't it? We're good to get there. We get loads of business out of that. 6 years.
But is he generating revenue? Until you do it, you just don't know. But if you look at the podcast, when you look back at that and go, if you'd have said to me back then, you'd generate this much money in 2 years or 2.5 years, it's gone live, I'd have laughed you out of town. I'd have literally gone, you're talking shit.
Yeah. And we don't advertise off it. I put a little thing at the beginning saying if you're interested in joining the ads clinic.
Yeah,
it generates me. And off that, James, I would say I probably realistically, when someone gets hold of my calendar and books in a 30-minute trial, I would say I probably have 4 or 5 a month.
Wow.
It's not like one a day. And some of those don't turn up. It's not like it's like 1 or 2 a day or whatever.
No. But when we did turn it on, it bloody worked.
Yeah. Oh, we can make it like that.
Yeah, we could do.
Which we will.
So to wrap up then, because this is the first episode.
Yeah.
If you were a brand new business today, I'm going to give an example. Well, actually, Let's Run Social, let's use that as a good example, right? So we'd set Let's Run Social up today. It was just you, one-man band, business owner. What channel would you prioritise?
I'd probably do Facebook ads for lead gen. Something we've not done yet either, but that's what I'd probably do. Okay. Using the lead forms.
Then follow it with a call.
And follow it with cold calling.
With email or
But that's because I know that I can do the follow up and we can sell. So it might not be the channel for someone else. But someone talking to a podcast, they might be introvert. So they're quite happy to talk to podcasts. They're not, it's fictional. We're talking to a microphone now. No one's listening because it all gets edited. So it's not like we're live.
No.
And then you play it out and then look at some of the YouTubers we know who are really introvert. They're completely different when you meet, take them off camera and they're completely different. Can't say boo to a goose.
There's one that we both know. Yeah. It's just bizarre, isn't it?
But on camera, different person altogether.
No.
So I think you just have to pick your skill. If you're good with people and you're good at speaking and you're confident and stuff like that, then you need to be speaking to people.
Yeah.
Don't you? You need to get those leads out. You need to get the ads out, get some leads, good hook, get them in. We could set those up straight away and get leads coming in.
Yeah, great. I agree. Well, that's it. Episode 1 done with Nick.
Yeah.
You'll come on
Thanks,
again.
everyone. I like these. I'd like to interview people with you. I reckon we can get some really good
You can
conversations
come on now
going.
and again.
Yeah.
You haven't got your free gift.
Oh, yeah. So I give everyone a gift. I have. I've got one downstairs. I think I'll give you one, haven't I?
What is it?
My air freshener.
Oh, no, I haven't got one of those.
Oh, God.
Is that one of those smelly spray things?
No, it's just an air freshener for your car.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll give you one. I've got one downstairs. Yeah, come back on.
Yeah, I will. But no, good. I'm looking forward to this one. It'd be good hearing lots of different agency owners' opinions and stuff like that. I can't wait that one day you're going to get into someone who's a bit of an argument with someone.
There'll be a few.
Yeah, we've got to do that. Like call them out,
I'll be a load of
basically.
bollocks, so I've got no interest in it.
Yeah, that'd be fun. That'll get some great engagement for people listening to it, won't it?
Might be there like, fuck. What do we do?
Imagine from the little snippets we can use for advertising. Like basically having an argument with someone.
You shit.
No one does that because that's
Fake.
the other.
You're fake.
Yeah, but that's the way the world feels.
Fucking fake.
Bollocks.
All right.
Okay, so we looked at one the other day, right? Here we go. Check this out. This is Instagram. Caroline, my girlfriend, she's just like, oh, Instagram world again. We had that holiday booked to Tel Aviv, yeah?
Yeah.
Cancelled that, got our money back. So it's like, okay, we'll do something else. And we were looking at Mallorca. And we've been to Mallorca last year, and I've been there a few times. But there's another side of Mallorca we've not been to. So we went onto Instagram, typed in Mallorca, and it came up with some amazing places.
Yeah.
Beaches, unbelievable. Came up called, it's a very small area called Casay. Sold. Absolutely sold. Sold on this place. It was stunning. So last night, sat downstairs, put it home, and thought, I'll have a little drive around this area, shall we, with Google Maps. Drop your little man in it, do a little bit of a drive round. To say it was a different place, unbelievable.
You know that.
But this is what I mean. The whole thing, the whole world that we're in now is just all
It's fake.
fake.
It's
All fake. It's all fake. The person selling, the person who said, who had that cafe place on her blog, and with the nice pictures on her Instagram, was because she's got the nice pictures, because she needs the nice pictures to make her Instagram account work.
Well, yeah, of course she does.
Do you see what I mean? So it's just like,
Well, this is why.
this is why you got to get on a Google Maps and put your little man into the roads.
Google Maps, listen to this because you'll get fucking told. But that's the issue. This is why when we sort of branched off to do this, which is you just don't know.
It's why I love telling my ads clinic 30-minute calls when I just tell them how it is. So this is just awful. Your website's awful. Yeah, that's why no one's converting. Stop spending money now. That's what I said to her the other day, and she's coming on as a client next week. Stop spending money for your client now. Don't spend any more money. Nothing's going to happen. Your client needs to go away. And then I said to her, how much? So this new website, was it like built 10 years ago? Oh no, this is new. Why didn't they just build it on Shopify? Oh, they wanted to use WooCommerce. So how much did this cost?
Oh, don't get me.
$20,000. $20,000. And this website looked like it was built, James, 12 years ago. I was in shock. It was horrendous.
She's been right, but the problem is, right, she, as an example, she's had her fucking fingers burnt, right? She's on WooCommerce, which we know, it works for some people. Really, just go on Shopify or Magenta, but Shopify, really. She's now lost all faith, hasn't she?
Yeah.
She's lost all faith. Because she's been done by some fake marketer, and
Yeah.
she's been done.
Yeah. And this is the topic of this podcast.
Yeah, but you, Nick, are a fake marketer.
Yeah. Well, I'm not. I'll tell them how it is.
Fake.
All right.
Thanks for coming, Nick.
No problem at all. And I'll see you on the next one.
Downstairs.
Oh, it's you. I have to you exit the
No,
podcast.
that's it. We just finished up now, don't we?
Yeah.
Do it. We've gone out.
Thanks for listening, everyone.
Thank you very much, all.